What's up, everybody? This your boy DJ, aka DJ the Kid, and we are back and blessed with another episode of the Movement Mic, where the rhythm meets the real talk. This isn't just another dance podcast. It's the go-to podcast where dancers are heard, empowered, and inspired. We keep it real, we keep it raw, and we keep it right on tempo, talking about the things that actually matter in our industry. Career moves, the culture, and just to fight for a better future. So whether you in the studio or on stage or just vibing out, this is your mic, your movement. But before we dive in, Dance Family, please stay locked in with us. Show your love and support. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at The Movement Mic. Please, on all platforms at The Movement Mic. This is your mic, your movement. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Drum roll. You're so crazy.
Dancers and dreamers, choreographers and culture shifters. Today is a major one for the culture, for sure. We got a legend, a visionary, a man whose artistry has lit up the stages across the world. Born in Boston, trained at Juilliard, a former dancer with the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, one of the most powerful institutions in our art form, and now one of the most sought after choreographers working across continents. His works, Enemy Behind the Gates, Pyrokinesis, Anointed, The List, aren't just dances. They're statements, movements, legacies in motion. He's taught, mentored, and inspired generations of dancers worldwide. And today he's here to let us inside that brilliant mind behind the magic. Family, buckle up and make some noise for the one and only Mr. Christopher Huggins. Indeed. I'm pretty sure.
Who's that? Who was that?
I'm pretty sure the dance family is like, whoa, oh my god.
Who was that you just introduced?
Did I get it right?
I want to meet him myself.
I hope I got it right. Did I get everything right?
Yeah.
Okay, I tried to do my homework.
The Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater.
Indeed. We're gonna get into all of that. So how you doing? How you doing, Mr. Huggins? How's your mental? Let's start there.
I'm okay. I stay permanently jet lagged.
Yeah.
Because I'm constantly moving and constantly traveling. So
I feel that.
And I just came back from Europe less than a week ago.
Where about in Europe?
I was teaching in France.
Indeed.
And I was on a little vacay in Italy before I came back.
For sure.
Just a few days.
Indeed. Well, first of all, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, for real, thank you for taking this time out to be on my platform and to share insight and to just show love to my platform, for real.
It was a pleasure.
We was just talking before the camera started rolling, like, you a legend in the game. And
I don't say that. But,
I know.
I guess that's for you to say, not me.
I wanted to get into that more. Like, you got to know that, like, you are, like, one of them ones in this business. And people love you. People are inspired by you.
And a lot of people don't love me. Well, that's okay.
Well, yeah, and I was about to say, and that's okay.
That's okay.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
That's okay because
if everybody loves you, then you're doing something wrong.
For sure. But you are truly admired. And the first time I heard your name was when I was in high school. Actually, this is like this is when I first started dancing. I didn't know exactly. I think maybe at this time you was a choreographer. I don't know, but like,
what year was it?
This was 2008 through 2012.
Oh yeah, I was definitely choreographer.
Okay, for sure. So like, yeah, that's when I first started hearing your name float around.
Right.
And then of course in college I would hear your name float around as a choreographer as well. And then the first time I actually met you, I don't know if you remember, but the first time I formally met you, because I've seen you around at like different events and stuff like that. First time I formally met you was at an audition in Philadelphia. Do you remember this?
Was I given the audition?
You were.
I was probably given it. Was it IABD?
No, it wasn't IABD. It was Danko, actually. I was doing an audition for Danko.
Oh, you were auditioning for Danko. I was given the audition?
You were teaching class. Like, and I think part of it was like the audition process. I believe so. So like you were teaching class and I mean we had
Did I say something crazy to you?
No, this is what look, I couldn't wait for you to get on my platform so I could talk about this for real. No, you came and everything was fine. We had conversation, like little bits and pieces here and there. But afterwards, when everything was all said and done with, I was on my way out. You was on your way out. You was talking to a dancer. And I said, all right, Chris, And you,
I know I corrected you.
And you stopped me right there.
I
You
know.
said it's Christopher.
I know I corrected you.
Can I ask you why you don't like to be called Chris, or is it just because like you didn't know me at the time?
Well, many people that knew me or that know me from the 80s, they used to call me Chris. And I don't know. I just got to a certain age of my life. I was like, I don't like being called that. That's not my name.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my name is Christopher.
I see.
And I just love the name Christopher. And
just
I prefer to just like that.
I just prefer to be called Christopher.
And I had to retrain all these people to start calling me Christopher.
You showed correct me. He said, he looked at me dead in my eyes and said,
I will correct
Christopher.
I will correct you or I will ignore you.
Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you didn't ignore me. That was the first time we like kind of formally met. In a sense, and then the next time we caught up was actually here in Denver.
In Denver,
when you came to work
on Escapades.
It was Escapades when you came back to work.
Yeah,
and I think we really made a connection. Is that fair to say?
I think so too. Yes.
Is that fair to say?
Yes. You definitely caught my eye.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Thought you would.
And that's like you got, and that's another thing too. Like you got to know that like for Christopher Huggins to say like you caught my eye, that's big for a dancer. Like, and it's so crazy that you don't think of yourself as a legend. But like, yeah, we had a great time during that period.
We did.
It was a whole bunch. It was some stuff.
There was some stuff going on.
Some stuff that we don't need to speak about. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff that we need to speak about. But we had a conversation, and I just opened up to you a little bit because it was my introduction back into dancing, and actually truthfully it was my introduction back into company work, like full flex company work. I was an apprentice at the time.
Yeah.
So and in that moment I was glad that you just heard me. Like
I was humbled that you trusted me to open up to me. So
I think that was just again, it's just like your name. You're Christopher Huggins, you know? And it's like in this business, in this art form, especially me, a young black man, like I look for leaders, I look for mentors, I look for that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what it is, like coming where we come from, like the same story, like we don't need to harp on it, but it's just like this business, this dance thing is like my safe haven. So and a name like Christopher Huggins, it's like, okay, I'm gonna take a shot at it. And I'm not even really much of an open person, but it's just like again, like it's my first introduction to company work. This is Christopher Huggins. I need somebody to talk to, and I don't want you. And at the time, I think I told you to some extent, like I didn't want you to think that about me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want you to think what was happening like that was my character. So I just wanted to correct that with you. And I was thankful and just grateful that you allowed me to speak and listen. You know what I'm saying? And that's
what people need to do sometimes. Just need to listen.
For sure.
Because nobody knows. I've never walked in your shoes. Yeah. You know, nobody knows what anyone's going through until you walk through their shoes.
Yeah. And I was having a hard time adjusting at the time, but that's neither here or there. And now you're back.
I'm going to let you know, I was a big advocate for you. Behind the scenes.
Thank you. No.
I was like.
Thank you. No, thank you.
There's something about him. And you got to keep him. You got to work with him. Give him some time.
I get it. And I know because I'm thankful that I have people like that. I have people like Jewel Lane and Nicole Ray and and Xavier Mack. These are just
you got the heavy hitters.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what? Like
you got the real dogs here holding you up
for real. No cap.
All three of them people you just named.
I know, right?
For different reasons.
And like I be feeling like little old me. Like, oh my gosh. So when these people, Xavier Mack was the reason why I came here. Like not the full reason, but like gave me extra push. You know, I was going through a lot during the time. I talk about it a lot on the pod. Like I was going through a lot during the time periods that I wasn't dancing, and I was trying my best to get my foot back in the door. Because I knew I still had something left in me, and
and work to do.
Yeah,
You
yes.
still had some work to do.
Indeed, I had a lot of work to do, and I didn't want to throw it all away, especially because of like how I was moving in the street. Just to be quite honest with you, like how I was moving when I wasn't dancing was not right. And I'm like, I got a degree, I'm a dancer, like I need to get back in here. So long story short, Xavier Mack was just one of the people who lit a fire up under me and was there for me when nobody didn't really have to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember crying on the phone with Xavier Mack, like, man, like I missed this audition. We whopping the third. It's a long story, but yeah, those names, like, I'm thankful that I have people like that in my life too, that I can have like real conversations with, and who are open to listen to me, and just amazing people, amazing dancers. Like you said, some real heavy hitters. So I don't take that for granted at all. Like that I can like actually pick up the phone and call these people. Like,
and now you got me.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You got to know that is. I'm so big on genuine relationships. You know, because being without dance taught me a lot. You know, and it taught me to navigate my life without dance. So, in some sort of fashion, I kind of do the same thing while within the dance business, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to because I feel like I'm a genuine person, you know, and like, and let's just be honest, like the dance world can be flawed sometimes.
Oh, hell yeah.
It can be flawed sometimes, you know, and that's just one of the things that, like, in my soul and my spirit that I can't get down with. So I have very little friends in this business, but like the ones that I do have, you don't need
many.
Yeah, I feel like that too. And the ones that I do have, like they head honchos for sure.
I know, because as the older I get, and it's going fast, my circle is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Oh,
Keep your circle small, for sure.
My circle's become very, very small.
It's better that way.
I have more peace of mind.
Yeah, for sure.
And you can't trust everybody.
Okay. So before I don't want because I know you got a schedule. I know you got stuff to do.
I don't have any schedule. Told you already got me in here on my day off.
Dance family, that's Cat before he just
got me in here on my day off.
Yeah,
so you know I like him.
He just told me you got me in here on my day off. Right. Cutting into my beauty sleep.
Exactly. I just got back Wednesday. I just got here on Wednesday.
That's what I was just about to get into, actually. Now you're here. That's what I was trying to bring it up to date. You are here now, currently in Denver, working a piece that you worked, that you did, said, I think
21 years ago.
It was like a while ago. Bolero.
Bolero.
Yes. And so we got a chance to rekindle and meet back up, and I was super excited to get you on this podcast. Like I said, man, we got some things to get through. But first, I want to start off with your upbringing. You grew up in Boston, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm born and raised.
For sure. What was your first?
Well, at least for the first 18 years of my life.
First 18 years. Okay.
And then I left.
What was your first real introduction to dance?
Soul Train. On Saturday morning.
What? Oh my gosh. I can't wait for people to hear that.
Soul Train.
That's what's up.
Peace and soul.
Indeed.
Don Cornelius.
Indeed.
I used to stand in front of the television and I just imitate all the dances I would see.
For real? You be in there popping and locking and whatnot?
I was popping and locking and
what? I can see that now.
Oh, you don't want to see that.
Oh, what? That is so dope.
But that's when, like, I had this thing for movement and timing and movement. Yeah, and music. And I used to know all the words to every song that used to come on the radio. And yeah, that was like my really first introduction to dance.
Indeed.
And then I also, that's when Michael Jackson started coming on the scene, and he's a few years older than me, but so I looked up to him because he was a couple of years older than me.
For sure.
And I'd be like, oh, I want to do that. Oh, I could do that.
I sure was the same little boy.
Yeah.
In front of the mirror doing Michael Jackson moves.
I wasn't thinking about singing, but the dancing, to be honest with you, Sammy Davis Jr. was a real instrumental person, and,
Really?
and yeah, and me wanting to be a dancer.
Nice. How so?
I saw him on the late night show. I don't
Yeah.
know why I was up that late. Must have been on the weekend. But he did Mr. Bojangles.
Mr. Bojangles, can you talk about that? That might be a little bit before my
He
time. I ain't even
did,
gonna cap.
yeah, he did Mr. Bojangles. He sang
I
and
know who he is
danced.
now.
He sang, yeah, Sammy Davis Jr. You got to know our black legends.
For sure, for sure.
Um, he danced and sang Mr. Bojangles,
Mm-hmm.
and just his style and
Mm.
the way he moved his head, and I just remember all of that, and I was like, wow, I want to do that.
And this is young Christopher. This is
This
young.
is like 7, 8 year old Christopher.
Wow. That's super dope.
Yeah,
That's super dope.
yeah, I was, but you have to. Yeah, that was like I was like 7, 8, maybe 9 years old.
Indeed. So,
but I didn't start dancing till I was 15.
Got you. So, is that when you kind of
So
we talked about Andrea Herbert Major? Is that one of your your early mentors?
It's one of my early introductions to dance.
Yeah, like,
but,
is that your early introduction?
My first introduction to dance was I attended a private boarding school.
Yeah, what's the name of the school?
The Cambridge School of Weston.
And where is it located?
It's in the suburbs of Massachusetts.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Is it a performing arts school?
It's what?
Is it a performing arts school?
It was no. It was not a performing arts school.
Okay, just a boarding school.
It was a college preparatory. Yeah,
okay, got
it was a college preparatory.
What age did you go here now?
Did I go through that
the
school?
Boarding school? Yeah.
That's so funny. My first day of school, I was 14, and then a couple of days later, I turned 15 because my birthday's in September.
For sure.
And so when people ask me how old were you when you started dancing, I was like, well, I was 14, but 2 days later, I was 15.
For sure.
So I was really 15.
Yeah, indeed. 14, yeah.
Yeah.
It's some
but
change.
My very first introduction of going into a dance studio and seeing dancers in a studio
bars and stuff.
with bars and
Yeah.
because I had never seen that before.
Yeah.
I was 14 and I was in 8th grade, and I was with one of my best friends. She's still my best friend to this day. We were in 1st grade together.
What's her name?
Angelita Leak.
Angelita Leak. Shout out.
Shout out to Angelita Leak.
For sure.
You're the reason I dance.
Indeed. Yes,
no,
sir.
she is. She brought me to this dance studio called it was the Elma Lewis School of the Arts.
Okay.
And Elma Lewis was big in Boston at that time. Like everybody went to Elma Lewis. You know, a lot of famous choreographers like Tally Beatty and of course all these names escape me right now, but
That's okay.
Tally Beatty had a company out of that school. And so she brought me in to her African class.
For sure.
And I sat there at the
just as an observer?
Just as an observer. I was just sitting on the floor watching them go do progressions across the floor. And the whole time I'm sitting there looking at that going, I think I can do that.
Wow.
I said, I think I can do that. I can do that. And that was the spark. Now that was like the end of my 8th grade year. We were about to all graduate and go our own different ways.
Right.
A lot of us went to private schools. She actually went to a private boarding school too, but she didn't board. And then I found out that she was at another dance studio.
Okay.
She had left Elma Lewis and she went to Andrea Herbert Major.
Okay.
But I didn't get to meet that teacher until like November of the year that I started dancing in 1977.
Got you.
So my introduction to actually dance, going into a dance studio, was at the boarding school.
I see.
And my teacher was Martha Armstrong Gray.
Can you talk about her a little bit? Just want to
she
know
was an
about
amazing,
your early inspirations.
Well, she was my first inspiration, and she only taught Cunningham technique.
Wow,
I was studying Cunningham technique for 4 years.
Wow,
before I really knew anything about Horton, Graham, any of the other codified techniques.
Yeah. So you caught the bug quick. Like when you said you were sitting in this African class, like could you say then that you knew like, okay, I want to do this?
I want to try this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know you could be a dancer. I didn't know. I still didn't know about dance companies.
Right.
I didn't know any of that.
At this time, so you didn't. You knew nothing about Ailey?
No.
Oh wow. Okay. That's interesting. Wow.
I had not been introduced to Ailey yet.
Okay.
So I went to this boarding school.
Yes.
That was my freshman year. And my freshman year, I wasn't a boarder. I was a day student. And I was commuting back and forth.
Got you.
Like 2.5 hours to go to school, 2.5 hours to get home. It was killing me.
Ooh, that's treacherous.
It was treacherous. 5 hours. I was traveling for 5 hours.
For the love of dance, boy, I tell you.
Well, I wasn't even really into dance. I was just trying to get my academics together. Just trying to get my academics together. And I was traveling 2.5, getting up at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
I could only imagine.
5 o'clock in the morning to leave at 6 to get on a bus to go all the way out to Weston. And I was traveling 2.5 hours to come back in.
Got you.
So the thing that when I started dancing, I wanted more. I was like, I want more. Because I enjoyed the classes that I was doing at the school, but there was only one teacher.
Yeah. And this was the Cunningham.
In the Cunningham.
Okay.
In the Cunningham.
Okay.
In the Cunningham technique. But, I hadn't been introduced to ballet yet, or tap, or,
But you knew
anything
about all of this stuff, right? You just
I
didn't
knew
know
that,
how to...
Yeah, I knew those things existed, but I didn't know anything about them.
Okay.
So that's when I went out and I sought after this other teacher that I knew my friend was, going to this school. And I walked in on a Friday night. I left. I came back in the city. It was a Friday night. I'll never forget. It was a Friday night. And I found the studio, which was like in a makeshift spot at the time. She was looking for a space. She was working out of a church. Wow. Upstairs of a church, a huge, big one studio in a church. Yeah. And I walked in, and they were about to leave. It was Andrea Herbert Major, and it was BB Thompson. Okay. And they were about to leave, and I'm walking in, and she was like, "Hi, who are you?" And I
sounds like you.
She was like, "Hi, who are you?" It was a Friday night.
Yeah.
It was Friday night. It was kind of late. It wasn't too late, but might have been like 8. And I told her, I said, I want to dance. I said, I know one of my friends comes to your studio, and I would like to take some classes. And
Were you the only guy in the studio at the time?
No.
Okay.
I didn't know. Like when I went to the studio, there was nobody there.
Okay.
Yeah, there was just those two women.
Got you.
They were about to leave the studio, and she said to me, she said, "Okay," and I said, "How much would I have to pay? Because I don't have any money." I did.
Yeah, straight up.
And my mother and father, they didn't have any money either because, they were raising 9 children. There were 9 of us.
Wow. Where do you fall in that?
Lucky number 7.
Wow.
I'm blessed number 7.
Wow.
Yeah. And she said, "Don't worry about that. Come tomorrow morning." And I went back the next day, the Saturday morning. And I took a ballet class. Indeed. It's my first ballet class I ever taken.
And how was that?
It was very interesting because the ballet teacher, she was this white lady. She was amazing.
Nice.
And I just remember, looking at her feet and her legs, and she would demonstrate, and she developed her leg up to her ear, and I was like, wow. And I just looked at that strength and that control, and I was like, wow. It's like, I want to be able to do that.
For sure.
And so I started taking ballet classes. Next thing I knew, I was doing the Nutcracker.
Indeed.
I was doing the Nutcracker.
What roles did you have in Nutcracker?
The
Probably
Prince, of course.
Dance Family, did y'all see that? The Prince, of course. Who else?
The Snow King. Was it the Snow King?
Indeed. He's a prince, too.
I had not been introduced to dance belts yet. I was wearing my Fruit of the Loom tighty whities. Under white tights. It was crazy.
Just terrible.
It was terrible. When I think about it, I was like, oh my God, how horrifying is that?
Oh man.
That look. Anyways, Yeah, it was. This is like in November.
Yeah. So during this period of time, like when you're first, this is pre Alvin Ailey, right?
Oh my God, it's way before Alvin
Okay.
Ailey.
Okay. So like, were there any what were some of like the toughest obstacles you faced during this time, like as far as being a dancer? None. You was just all in.
I was just all in. I was just, every weekend I would come back home. I would stay at my ninth grade year. I was traveling back and forth, so I would take some classes during the week. I think I took like a 1 or 2 jazz classes or something, or a tap class during the week. Mm-hmm. But then I would dance mostly on that Saturday. Okay. I'd come back in on Friday night. I'd probably take class Friday night, and then I would come back and I'd dance all day Saturday. And Sunday I'd go back. My 10th grade year, I would go back to school. Got you. But because my 10th grade year is when I started to board. Because the 9th grade year almost killed me.
When is the first time that you stepped into Alvin Ailey?
Okay, so it was 1978. Mm-hmm.
How old were you around this time?
I was still 15.
Okay.
About to turn, I would have been 16 that year.
Like 11th grade, 10th grade?
I was a sophomore.
Sophomore, 10th grade. Okay.
Yeah, I was a sophomore.
Okay, got you.
I graduated when I was 18.
Got you.
My birthday fell in September. And I went to Catholic school for 8 years. Wow. And the Catholic school, I did not turn 6 in time to start school. Wow. You had to the Catholic school would not let you start school if you were not 6.
Real straight. Okay.
And I literally turned 6 like maybe 10 days later. Yeah. after school, because my birthday's on the 17th. Yeah. And like 10 days later, I would have been 6, but they would not let me come in. Damn. So I had to wait a whole nother year and stay home with my mother for a whole nother year. She was really angry. Yeah. So I was turning 7 when I was going into the 1st grade. Got you. Yeah. So that was that whole. People like, were you left back? I was never left back. I never got left back. Indeed. But that 1 year that I stayed home, that 1 extra year I had to stay home with my mother. I learned so much, just like being with my mother every day, looking at her every day. I learned how to cook.
Oh, for sure.
I learned how to iron.
And this is at
6 years old.
6 years old?
6 years old. I learned how to iron. I know how to iron.
Yeah.
I learned how to sew. Because my mother was a housewife. She was home all day long. She had 9 kids. Every morning she was making, there were 9 brown paper bags up on at least maybe 6 or 7 brown paper bags up on the counter. That's super and everybody grabbed their lunch. We used to take our lunch.
Sound like a scene in a movie.
We used to take our lunch or our lunch box to school every day.
For sure.
But that 1 year, extra year, which I really contribute to me being able to take care of myself.
To this day.
When I left home.
For sure.
Because I already knew how to cook. I already knew how to sew. I already knew how to, do things that, most...
You know how to manage.
I knew how to, right. I knew how to take care of myself.
For sure.
I knew how to wash my clothes. I knew how to separate the whites and the dark clothes. I remember I learned all of that stuff by watching my mother every single day and watching her cook.
Shout out, Mom.
My mother was amazing. Irene. Yes. Irene Marie Huggins. Indeed. I speak your name. I love you. Yeah.
First time you stepped into Alvin Ailey.
So that I started dancing in that September in school, my high school, and then that November I started in this other dance school, and it was like that next spring was when, because Alvin Ailey used to come to Boston in the spring.
Okay.
Like around March, April, they were performing in Boston.
Okay.
Normally, like March, April. And that was the first time I saw Alvin Ailey, and I saw black men on stage that looked like me.
Dope.
And they were in the biggest theater in Boston at the time, which is the Wang Center.
Did you go back? This is a show you went to, or
it was Alvin Ailey?
Yeah. So
they were on tour.
So did you go by yourself, or
no? I went with the dance studio.
Okay, got you.
Andrew Herbert Major. She took me. She took me to see that show.
Okay.
And
you see these black men.
I saw these black men and these black women doing these dances and this movement and in the biggest theater in Boston, which is like over 3,000 seats.
Nice.
And I sat there in complete awe.
Mm-hmm.
And I came out after that show. I'll never forget. I came out after that show and I was like, I'm gonna be in this company. Just as bold.
Indeed.
I did. I said, I'm gonna be in this company.
For sure.
And she looked at me, she said, and I believe you are too. And and I remember standing in the door jamb of the of the store next to the theater entrance. And I was doing the movements that I remembered them doing and trying to do the turns and
Indeed.
And I was like, I'm going to be in this company. 5 years later, I was.
Indeed. Can you talk about that transition a little bit? Can you talk about that transition?
5 years later, I was in that company.
Like,
it's like crazy.
Did you audition? Like, can you talk about?
So,
like, yeah.
I finally graduated in 1981. I graduated from high school, and then I worked that summer, the summer of 81, at a camp.
At a camp?
Charles River.
Okay.
Charles River, and I was teaching dance.
Okay.
I had never taught dance in my life. I didn't know what I was doing. But I was teaching kids. It didn't really matter. I could just make up anything.
Indeed.
So I was teaching out at Charles River School just to make some money because I was getting ready to go off to college that August. And then I went off to State University of New York, Purchase.
Nice.
And I wanted to go to Juilliard because I had gotten into Juilliard.
Yeah, I was looking at your bio. It said you went to Juilliard and
what's
that about?
Well, I wanted to go to Juilliard. Juilliard didn't have dorms back then.
Okay.
There were no dorms. She had to get an apartment.
Okay.
My parents couldn't afford to give me an apartment.
I got you.
And I didn't know anybody in New York at the time.
Yeah.
So my mother made the choice after she saw the campus at State University of New York, Purchase, and said, "You're going to have to go here because you can live here. You can stay in the dorms."
Yeah.
So I had to let Juilliard go.
Okay.
Though that was the dream.
Yeah.
And so I went to Purchase for 1 year, and during the year that I was at Purchase, one of my teachers, my Graham teacher, Kazuko Hirabayashi, she encouraged me to audition again for Juilliard. Wow. And that I had to go to Juilliard. She just felt like I needed to be at Juilliard.
I was about to say, so let me get this straight. You were already in the dance program at
Purchase.
And the dance teacher there told you need to go to Juilliard.
Because because she told me there were not any men at Purchase that were competition for me at the time. Now, I wasn't a great dancer, but there weren't that many men at Purchase either. And all the men were at Juilliard. Black men, too.
Yeah.
So all the black men were at Juilliard. And I said, okay. So I re-auditioned, and I got in again. And that year I went. And that year I had so much scholarship money.
Nice.
I had extra money that I could afford to get an apartment.
Dope.
With another student.
Nice.
Who's still a dear friend of mine, Lori Westfall.
Shout him out. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go stay with her. I'm staying with her when I go to Dallas in a few weeks.
Indeed.
So we're still very close. She was my first roommate in New York City.
I hope they get to see this. I hope
Juilliard.
I hope they get to see it.
And so I went to Juilliard that fall, which is 1982. But I went to the Ailey School after my first year at Purchase. The summer of 82, I auditioned for my first Ailey School scholarship.
Got you. So you get into the Ailey School at this point.
I finished my freshman year of college at Purchase. That summer, I knew I wanted to study at the Ailey School. I auditioned. I got it. And I was... I got into the school. Yeah. And about 2 or 3 weeks later, they threw me into the Ailey 3 company.
Ailey 3? Okay.
Yeah, there used to be 3 companies.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, there were 3 companies, excuse me. If you know the work Memoria,
I don't.
well,
Actually.
Memoria is one of the most beautiful Ailey ballets. It's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Mr. Ailey choreographed it in 1979.
For sure.
After Joyce Trissler had passed away. He was very close to Joyce Trissler.
Okay.
And he made this ballet and as a tribute to her.
Indeed.
In that ballet, there's a section near the end, going towards the end of the piece, where all three companies are on stage at the same time.
Oh, dope.
And there's this chain gang line that comes around, and that was the third company.
Uh-huh.
And then the second company were the gray group, like they were in the middle.
Uh-huh.
And then there was the company
right.
also in there. So I was on that chain gang line that first winter that I this was after the summer.
Yeah.
I stayed and I was at Juilliard, but I was also going to the Ailey school. I wasn't supposed to be doing that, but I did. Telling on myself now. But yeah, they threw me into the Ailey 3 company.
Yeah.
It didn't last long. They had been in existence for a while, like a few years.
The Ailey 3?
The Ailey 3,
okay.
Because they were funded by the government. So they were actually paid a little stipend.
Nice, okay.
And that whole program got cut.
Okay.
And the Ailey 3 company just kind of dissolved.
Mm-hmm.
But I was still at Juilliard and I was still taking classes at Ailey.
For sure.
They wanted me to.
They wanted you to be in
the
company.
They wanted me to come.
Yeah.
So, and then I did Memoria that winter in December of the City Center season. I did that was the season of 1982.
Mm-hmm.
I was invited to go to the Ailey audition in January of 1983.
Okay. How old were you around this time?
19?
19. Okay.
Was I 19? Yeah. No, I was 20.
Okay.
Yeah, 1982 I turned 20. I was born. Yeah, I turned 20.
Young guy. Young man.
Yeah.
Young man.
I was turning 20.
Still are.
Still am.
You still are.
Yeah, right.
You still are, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, okay. Tell that to my back. So
yes, let's talk
I was invited to that audition.
Okay, yes.
I was invited to that audition, which happened in January of 1983.
Got you.
But at midnight of going in from 1982 to 1983, I was at a party, a New Year's Eve party with a bunch of my friends from Juilliard.
For sure.
And we were just having fun. And I remember when they were counting down, and at midnight, I said, "This is the year I'm going to get into the Ailey company." I was just like saying it like, just as a joke.
Yeah.
I wasn't being serious. But this is the year I'm going to get in the Ailey company.
Yeah.
So this is January of 1983. 2 weeks later, I went to the audition.
Yes.
I made it down to the last 3 men.
Indeed.
Out of hundreds. Wow. There were over 200 men at that audition.
Damn.
And I made it down to the last 3 men.
Indeed. What'd you think of that? Do you know the other 2 men?
Oh, I knew them.
You knew them?
Mm-hmm.
Do you still know them to this day?
Yes, one is deceased.
Okay.
And one is still a very dear friend of mine, Ray Taddeo.
For sure. Okay. All right. So it's down to the 3 men.
We're down to the 3 men.
And this is
Ray Taddeo was put into the Ailey 2 company that day.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask. This is for Ailey 2 and company?
No.
It's just to get in
It
Ailey
was just
2?
it's just to get into Ailey 1.
Oh, okay. Got you.
This is the Ailey 1 company.
Got you. Okay.
And they put Ray Taddeo into the Ailey 2 company from that audition.
Mm-hmm.
And they took the other young man that was next to me. He was really tall,
mm-hmm.
and a tall dancer had just left the company.
Yeah.
And he kind of resembled that dancer.
Yeah.
Back then, they used to kind of always take somebody who kind of looked like the person that was leaving.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Because they got to fit the costume.
Yeah, I was about to say it's no different than what it is today.
It wasn't about making new costumes.
Yeah.
Like, you got to find somebody who fits that costume.
Yeah, I feel that.
So they put him in the first company.
Oh, wow.
And I was the last person to go up to the table to Mr. Ailey.
To Mr. Ailey himself.
Mr. Ailey.
That's going to be my next question, but yes, please.
This was the first time I had ever met the man himself.
I got you. Okay.
I walked up to him. He was sitting at the table. He watched me throughout this whole audition. And he asked me, he said, "Who are you?" That's how he said. He said, "Who are you? You are wonderful."
Wow.
And I'll never forget those words.
Wow.
And
how did you feel about the audition at that time?
I kind of smashed it.
hey, that's what we do.
No,
that's what we do.
I'm
at
gonna
the
be
moving
honest.
mic.
I'm being
that's
honest.
what we do. That's
I'm
what
being
we do.
honest.
That's what it is. That's what.
I kind of
that's what's
smashed
up.
that
He said,
audition.
I kind of smashed it.
I did.
like,
and I wiped a lot of the boys off the floor. I'm not being arrogant. I'm being honest. I'm being very honest.
Again,
because
this is what it is. Like, I want to big you up. Like,
I'm telling you,
you could talk it here. You could talk it here.
I'm telling you, they were disappearing out of that room like flies.
Yes,
I was like,
yes.
where's everybody going? And next thing I knew, I was down to the last 3 men.
For sure.
And Mr. Ailey, I walked up to that
Smashed it.
table and he said to me, "You are wonderful. Who are you?" And his associate artistic director at the time was Mary Barnett.
Okay.
She chimed in immediately and said, "Alvin, this is the young man that I had been telling you about that was in the school. That's in the school."
Mm-hmm.
So she had already been speaking about me, I guess.
Wow.
And
what's going through your mind at this time? Can you
I'm
remember?
like, I don't remember. I just can't remember. I was just so flabbergasted. I was still sitting in the room.
You are wonderful from the man himself.
He said, "You are wonderful."
For sure.
He asked me where I was from, and he said, and then she chimed in about that, and I spoke a little bit like I'm from Boston, and
Mm-hmm.
and I'm at the Juilliard school because I was at Juilliard at that time.
For sure.
And he said, "Well, I don't have a contract right now to give you, but when I do, I'm going to hire you."
Indeed.
He said those words to me.
Indeed.
And I was like, okay. And I was like, what do I say? I was like,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for the chance, the opportunity.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Okay.
And so I went back, I was at school and
back to Juilliard.
Yep.
Okay.
6 months later, it was June again.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to audition again for another Ailey Summer Scholarship.
Okay.
This is the summer of '83.
Okay.
And I walked into the school, and Denise Jefferson was standing outside her office.
Yeah.
And I walked in the door, and she said, "Christopher, come here." And I walked into the school. I walked into the office, and I was like, "What's wrong? Is anything wrong?" And she said, "No." She said, I need you to come sit here for a second." Mm-hmm. So I sat down in front of her desk, and she said, "Mr. Ailey is in Italy. He's working with a ballet company called Arte Balletto, and they want you to come and guest for the summer."
Wow. And you was only there to do the summer program.
I was getting ready to audition for another summer scholarship.
Oh, my gosh.
And I didn't get a chance to audition because I was off to Italy. And I was like, huh? And she said, they want to invite you to be a guest artist for the summer.
This is the infamous story that people hear about. You know that, right? Like,
no.
This is
people know this story?
People know this story.
Really?
Yeah, because you probably done told it. You probably done told it on other platforms or just like younger dancers or whatnot. But this is like this is one of the stories that I've even heard throughout my career that kind of like made me pay attention to you. For real. It's just like, this is what they was talking about. So okay, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just kind of put it together. Like, okay, this is like kind of what started it all. I feel
it is.
Okay,
it is.
Okay,
it's kind of a it's a really unique story.
It is indeed.
In situation.
It's a beautiful one.
It is.
It's one to tell for sure.
And I was overwhelmed. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what do I do?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have a passport.
I could only imagine.
I didn't have. I was broke.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a college kid, and my parents could.
Had you ever been out the? Well,
I had never been out the country. I've never had a passport.
Wow.
I had never had.
Okay.
I called my mother immediately on the payphone.
Yeah.
Collect.
It's gonna cost
you. You have a collect call from Christopher. Christopher Huggins, you accept? Yes, I accept. I could hear my mother saying, yes, I accept. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Ma, I was just invited to go to Italy to train with Arte Balletto, invited by Mr. Ailey.
What's Mom's reaction?
I don't even know. I know she was happy.
Yeah, for
My
sure.
mother was always happy when she saw me dance.
Indeed, you had full like not
Yeah.
to backtrack, but like, would you say that you had like full support of like
Oh, my
the
parents.
home
My parents.
and siblings as well?
Yeah, but I don't think they really paid attention to me.
Okay.
I don't think my siblings really paid attention to anything that I was doing.
Wow.
None of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not even once you got to Ailey?
Well, yeah, then that was
Okay.
because when I was
like at this point when you're
then
about to
I was dancing in the biggest theater in Boston.
Yeah, like at this point when you were about to go to Italy.
They were when I was about to go to Italy, none of that registered.
Oh, okay.
They didn't care. They didn't even register to me.
Got you.
So I called my mother and I said, I don't know how to get it. I need my birth certificate.
Yeah.
They told me I need to get my birth certificate. My mother found my birth certificate. It was kind of tattered a little bit.
Yes.
And she had my sister who worked in downtown Boston to go to City Hall and have my birth certificate reprinted.
Yeah.
And stamped. It had to have that seal of Boston on it. And they overnighted it to me.
Nice.
That same day, because this all happened early morning, but my sister had that thing in the mail, and I had the birth certificate the next day.
Indeed.
And I auditioned. I went to apply for my passport, and I had an air ticket.
Yes.
They had already sent me an air ticket.
Dope.
To prove that I had to leave the country. Say this was on a Wednesday that they told me. I applied for the passport on a Thursday. I picked it up on Friday morning and I flew out. And I think it was those were the actual I think those were the actual days. Yeah,
that is.
I think those were the actual days.
That is super.
And I flew out of the United States of America with $30 in my pocket.
Wow. That sounds like my story when I went to college a little bit.
I had $30 in my pocket.
Wow.
And I was staying at the time with a dear friend of mine who I adore. Her name is Melinda Welty. She let me crash at her place because I had nowhere to live.
Yeah.
And she helped me pack. She gave me her suitcase.
For sure.
And there I was, walking down 57th Street, going to the airport.
Indeed.
To go to Italy. I arrived in Italy. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. All I had was the name of the city that I had to get to.
And they're telling you to come perform. Like,
yeah, I was a dancer.
What's going, yeah.
In a ballet company.
Oh man,
I hadn't been doing ballet that long.
Yeah,
I didn't really start training seriously in ballet till my freshman year of college.
Got you.
So I'm gonna go dance with this ballet company, and I found my way to this city. First I got myself to the airport, to the center of Milan, to the central train station. I went up. I remember going up to the ticket counter, and I had the name of the city on this piece of paper.
Yeah.
And I was like,
"Help me!
I want to go. I want to go here." And I guess I had enough money to get, and it was on a local train, so it took forever. I was jet lagged. I was so excited I didn't sleep during the whole flight.
Yeah,
which was dumb because you have to sleep because you arrive.
I
arrived in the morning.
Yeah.
of the next day, and so I was starting to get really sleepy, and it was very hot. I just remember that there was like a heat wave in the summer of '83.
Yeah,
and anyways, I found my way to the city of Reggio Emilia.
Yes.
And by the time I got to the city, I didn't have any more money. I had gotten something to eat. I bought a train ticket. I had a bus ticket from the airport to the train station.
Yeah.
The train station to that train station.
Yeah.
And I was hungry. I got a little something to eat, and I didn't have any more money. And I had the number. I had the name of the city, and I had the number of the office.
You had the essentials.
And I cut the two most important things. And I got to the payphone, and I had enough money to put in the payphone, and I called the theater, and I said, "Hi, I'm Christopher. I'm standing in the train station of Reggio Emilia. What do I do?" And she was waiting for my call. She's like, "Oh, Christopher, we're waiting for you. Just get into the taxi. Take a taxi and tell him to come to Teatro Municipale." So I got into the taxi.
Yes.
Teatro Municipale. I drive up. She said, "Don't worry, I'll come out and pay for the taxi." I drive up in front of Teatro Municipale, this beautiful old Italian theater.
Dope.
And she runs out. She pays the taxi. She takes me upstairs. up the spiral staircase to the top of the dome of the theater, which is where the studio was, where Mr. Ailey was rehearsing.
Okay.
And I walked into the door, and he looked at me, and he said, "Christopher." He always called me Christopher. He never called me Chris.
Yeah.
He said, "Christopher," and he had his arms open, and I walked over to him, and he hugged me, and he sat me down by him, and I sat on the floor, and I went,
just crashed.
I fell out. By the time I got there, I was exhausted.
I can imagine.
And I fell out. I started watching. There were only the leads in the room at the time, learning this pas de deux.
Yeah.
And I started watching it, but the next thing I knew, I was knocked out, and my head was like leaning on Mr. Ailey's thigh because I was so tired. And I remember him nudging me, and he told them to take me to my hotel because I was exhausted.
For sure. That is.
And then I danced with the company all summer.
That is a beautiful.
That's
the infamous story.
That's the infamous story.
That's the infamous story.
I toured all of Italy and the south of France with Arte Balletto.
So inspiring.
At the end of August, I was supposed to go home, and the director of the company offered me a contract.
Indeed.
To stay.
There it is.
With the ballet company. He wanted me to continue.
Indeed.
And I called. And then I got whiff that Mr. Ailey had called them and said, "You cannot have him. Bring him home. Send him home."
Yeah.
He did. He's like, he told them, "Send him home."
Wow.
And I went home on that Saturday.
Uh-huh.
I went into the Ailey school on that Monday.
Uh-huh.
And Mr. Ailey offered me a contract.
Super dope. And then
he kept his promise.
Yeah.
He said, "I don't have a contract
I got one for you now,
but when I do, I'm going to hire you."
That is super dope.
Here's the thing. The actual Ailey audition was happening 2 weeks later. In the middle of September.
And
this is the end of August.
Do you remember how many people they needed at that time?
I didn't, but they did take another male.
Okay, from the audition that happened 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, they took one more male.
I got you.
Which was David St. Charles.
Okay.
And they took two women. Okay. Marae Griffith and Tony Pierce.
Dope.
But they had already gave me a contract, and everybody knew that I had gotten a contract before the audition happened.
Wow.
So everybody all the men in the Ailey 2 company were really angry at me. Everybody hated me.
Oh,
I mean, all the friends that I thought I had friends, they all hated me because they knew that I had taken a contract already.
Yeah.
And they were gearing up to audition.
That's just hate, though.
For the company in 2 more weeks.
I can see why you somebody, but that's.
And I was like, I just remember saying, I didn't ask for this. I didn't know I was going to be taken into the company. I was like, don't do this. I was like, it's not my fault. It's not my. I just remember saying all the time, it's not my fault.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was going to hire me. I didn't.
Yeah.
I was just coming home from the summer of dancing in Italy. You know, I was about to go back to Juilliard.
How could you not think they would, like, after performing with them, after being with the company, after being around the company?
When I put it all together, when I thought about it years later, I was like, he was setting me up. Yeah. He knew he was going to take me.
Yeah.
He knew.
Thinking about it, like,
he knew one of his dancers was about to leave the company, Ron Brown, who I replaced, who I looked like.
Okay.
We were the same height, same complexion,
yeah,
same size. I wore all of his costumes. For sure. All my costumes said Ron Brown in them.
For sure.
So he knew that he was going to take me at the end of that summer. I didn't, but I did get a hint, and I didn't. It flew right over my head.
Yeah.
Because that summer, the Ailey Company came to Reggio Emilia to perform in that theater that I was a resident, that I was guest at with the company. Uh-huh. They performed in that theater. I ran into Mary Barnett, who was the associate artistic director,
for sure, in
the park. There's a park right next to the theater. And I remember running into her, and she looked at me and she said, "How are you doing? Are you enjoying it?" Da, da, da. I said, "It's great." I said, "I'm having such a great time, and thank you so much for this opportunity." Yeah. And she said, "Very nice. Just make sure you come home." Dope. She said that to me.
Yeah.
And I remember these things. I had put all these things back together. And she gave me a hint. She was telling me, "Make sure you come back home." Mm-hmm. She said that to me. She said, that's all very nice. Just make sure you come back home. And then when the director was trying to keep me there, and Mr. Ailey was like, "No, you got to send him home."
Yeah.
So that's not the
Wow.
only time a company tried to keep me. When I was in the company
Yeah.
in 1985, we danced in Australia, and the director of the Sydney Dance Company, he wanted me,
Oh wow.
and I think he asked Mr. Ailey, could they
he
do
have-
an exchange?
Yeah.
They were like, he wanted me, and they weren't going to give one of
You
their
want to
dances
dance? Okay.
to the Ailey Company, and Mr. Ailey said, absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay. Just to try to keep
It's
up
crazy.
on. Just
I
to
know
try
we
to
haven't
keep-
answered any
no,
of your
no, no, no.
questions.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I feel like even what you gave just now is more.
Well, at least people
than,
understand how my journey started,
Yeah.
because
I think that's
it's unusual.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
so
And like
unusual.
I said, that's the infamous story. And like I said, you're Christopher Huggins. You're a legend in the game. So like, what you give me today is a-okay. Is really fine. I feel like a lot of people are going to see this. A lot of people are going to be inspired. A lot of people are going to like want to meet you and want to have these same conversations. But I just looked at time. Can you talk a little bit about your personal relationship with Mr. Ailey?
Mr. Ailey, I knew he liked me as a dancer.
For sure.
I was kind of unusual. I was an anomaly because I did not look like the other Ailey men.
Mm-hmm.
I was thin.
Mm-hmm.
I was just long and lanky,
Mhm.
and I had, you could tell I
Legs
was.
up and stuff.
Well, yeah, my legs were up, but you could tell I had a little classical technique.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Ailey had been working with a lot of classical companies at that time.
Mm.
He worked with the Paris Opera. He worked with Arte
Nice.
Balletto. He had worked with the Royal Danish. So he was constantly.
Yes, Royal Danish.
Yes, the Royal Danish.
Yes.
So he was working with all these ballet companies. So
Right.
his I think his aesthetic of men, because I didn't look like any of the Ailey men.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ailey men were beautiful, but
Mhm.
they,
Were they just like more on the heavier side?
they
or?
were just they look like men.
Okay. They look like men.
They look like men. I look like a little boy. I did. I can show you pictures, and you'd be like, "Damn."
For sure. For sure.
I was so thin. You can see my rib cage. I was so thin. But the aesthetic, my aesthetic was not really in that company,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was kind of like the change agent
Got you.
for that moment of that time. The men were beautiful, but they looked like men.
Mm-hmm.
They all had like bodies, and they had thick mustaches, and they looked like Ailey men.
Absolutely.
And I look like to be honest, I look like a little boy next to them.
Yeah.
I remember in one of my first contract talks, he asked me to kind of like dance down a little bit when I was on stage with him in one
Wow.
particular piece because
As in like just pull back a
I
little bit.
pull back a little bit
Yeah.
because I looked so youthful
Yeah.
next to them. I mean, they were kind of like they were
Older.
all between 8 to 10 years older than me
Okay.
at the time. 8 to 10 years older than me.
Got you.
All those the men that I was dancing with.
For sure.
In this one particular ballet, especially Sweet Otis
Mhm.
by George Faison. And my back would drop high. We had to do a layout. My back would just go whoop.
Just
and
being extra. Yeah.
It was. I wasn't being extra. It's just that's where my body went. You did a
yeah.
layout, and I just went where my body would take me.
I
And,
feel you. you.
but they weren't doing that.
Yeah.
So I was
I
told
got you.
to bring my back up a little bit.
Yeah.
And, just to pull it
Pull
back.
it back.
Pull it back a
some.
little
Pull it
bit.
back.
Just
Don't make us
pull it
look
back a
bad,
little bit.
man.
Just pull it back. Well, I look like a kid next to them.
Yeah.
So I blend in a little bit better.
I got you. When you do pull it back some.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So I got it, but I just thought that was funny. That was like that happened in like my first contract.
Indeed. But
So-
I was asking.
But my relationship with Mr. Ailey,
Yeah.
I think my relationship with Mr. Ailey really started in Italy,
Okay.
but it was really cemented when this was my first year in the company actually,
Mm-hmm.
and a very famous choreographer came to choreograph on the company,
For sure.
and I was the only dancer he didn't choose.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was the only dancer. There was 30 dancers in the company. There were always 15,
Yeah.
and there were 30 dancers in the company. He took 29 dancers, and he didn't use me.
Damn.
And I remember at that audition for his piece, all the dancers, we were all on one side of the room, and they all started going across to the other side of the room as he was choosing who he wanted.
Yeah.
He chose everybody,
Yeah.
and I was standing on the other side of the room all by myself.
Damn.
I know.
29 other people on the other
29
side.
on the other side. And I was standing there on the bar, like by myself, and I was like, is he going to tell me to go on the other side?
Yeah.
He never did. And Mr. Ailey walked over to me and
Mm-hmm.
said, Christopher, come with me. There's a backstory to this too.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
to
Yes.
I mean, I kind of put two and two together later on, like decades later,
Yeah.
of why that man didn't pick me. Um, and I went into the other studio with Mr. Ailey.
For sure.
And for 3 hours a day, Mr. Ailey choreographed on me.
Wow. Indeed.
Only me. And we created his ballet called Isba.
Okay.
And for 3 hours a day, he was creating the women's sections, the men's sections. He just created all that movement.
But all of it on you.
On my body. And then so the rehearsal day was like 12 to 3. You were with one choreographer. 3 to 4, we had a break, our lunch. And from 4 to 7, we'd work with a different choreographer.
Got you.
Well, they were with that choreographer from 12 to 3 every day. And from 4 to 7, they would come with Mr. Ailey.
Yeah.
And I would teach them everything that Mr. Ailey and I created.
Super dope.
So that ballet was built on my body.
He must have saw a lot in you.
He did. I know he liked me a lot.
Yeah.
I think he was just fascinated with my ability, my facility at the time.
How would you describe your
I was so young.
Yeah.
I mean, I would try anything.
Yeah.
He was like, Christopher, could you do this? And I was like, I don't know, I can try.
Yeah.
And then I would do it, and he'd be like, that's wonderful. Let's keep that.
Yes.
And I would just be able to execute whatever he asked me to do at the time.
How did it feel like teaching the company members at that time?
Yeah, that was funny because the men would say, I can't do that. I remember one dancer in particular, Gregory Stewart, my heart. He passed away, but he was so funny. I mean, they ended up doing everything that that he created for us, but they were always like, I can't do that. I can't do that. But they were cool with it,
for sure. For sure.
because they knew I was the only one not in the room.
What's one of the biggest lessons that you say you took away from Mr. Ailey?
Ooh. Ooh, that's a hard question. It's one of the biggest lessons I learned from Mr. Ailey.
So,
oh, I have to think about that one. I mean, working with him, my musicality changed. I heard music differently working with him. I could hear music better. I could hear things that he could hear that most of us probably wouldn't hear. Pay attention to.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I felt special. I was different. I was just different.
Yeah.
I knew he was very upset when I left the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Because he invited me into the company.
Right. And
I mean, I did that
into you a lot.
I did that one little audition that I was invited to. But yeah, he did pour it into me. But that was the only audition that I ever did. And I never had to audition again. And the next time when I actually got into the company, he just invited me in.
For sure.
Before the next audition.
Got you.
Because the auditions would happen in January and September.
Nice.
But
biggest
yeah,
thing.
I mean,
biggest thing that you may carry even to this day.
I mean, that man gave me so many things. He made me feel like I could do anything.
Sure.
And he made me feel like he gave me the courage, really, to even leave the company. Because I was only in the company for 5 years, 5.5 years. I went back after I left the company.
Yeah.
They called me back like 3 months later because so many men had gotten injured and they were on a European tour. And I was living in Los Angeles by that time.
Yeah.
I moved to Los Angeles 2 weeks after I left the Ailey company.
Wow.
That's a whole nother story.
Yeah, part 2, man.
Yeah. And I was living in LA, and they called me from LA and asked me they flew me back and worked with the company for like a couple more months.
Okay.
So I did like a half a season. By this time, Mr. Ailey was starting to become a little bit more ill.
I see.
So it was a really tender time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
I have to think. I just have.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so much.
I bet.
There's just so much. I just have to think
understand.
about that.
I definitely understand
Because he gave me so much. I mean, all that I just told you.
For sure.
You can see how much he poured into me.
I definitely see.
The choreographer that didn't choose me was Tally Beatty.
Tally Beatty. Wow.
Exactly. Talk about
like,
an icon.
Let me put that out.
Let me put that out there, because everyone's gonna be asking like,
yeah,
who was the choreographer?
Yeah.
Who was the choreographer? Who was the choreographer?
Indeed.
And years later, like not so long ago,
Yeah.
I figured I always wondered like, why didn't he use me?
Yeah.
But let me tell you. So I wasn't in that ballet.
Okay.
And I was the only male not in that ballet. That ballet was choreographed like in the winter, like it's November or something like that.
Yeah.
Of 83. So it's my first year in the company. In July of 84, we performed at the Met.
Cool.
First time the Ailey company ever performed at the Met.
Wow.
The Metropolitan Opera in New York City, Lincoln Center.
Indeed.
And one of the male dancers got injured, Danny Clark.
Okay.
And I had to go in to fill in his spot in that ballet that I was never chosen for.
Wow.
Ballet that I had never learned. I only sat and watched rehearsals because I was the only one not in it.
For sure.
So I would be sitting on the side watching.
Yeah.
But the whole time I was watching that ballet,
Yeah.
I was learning that ballet.
For sure.
I had that kind of mind at the time where
Yeah.
I didn't have to do anything.
You talk about it all the time in class and in rehearsals. Like, I know the guys and the girls' parts.
I did. I did. I used to know, and because I used to sit there and I would just learn it.
Yeah.
And then they said, "Does anybody know?" I was like, "I know it."
Mm-hmm.
Even though they never saw me do it, I was like,
Yeah.
"I know it," and that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to throw me into the ballet. Otherwise, the ballet would, I don't know if they would have cut it or they would have to do a lot of rearranging. And they was like, well, Christopher can learn it. That male dancer had a solo down the diagonal.
Yeah. Smashed it.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it.
It's okay. We'll pop it for you. Yeah, I knew you was thinking it.
Yeah.
I smashed it.
I kind of smashed it a little bit. And Tally Beatty came back after that performance and said, who was that man that came down that diagonal like that?
How about that slice
and
of
Mr. Ailey, I was standing right there.
Yeah.
Mr. Ailey said that. I happened to be standing right there when Tally Beatty was talking to Mr. Ailey. And Mr. Ailey said, that was Christopher, the male dancer you didn't choose. And
take a slice of that.
Mr. Beatty asked to have a rehearsal with me the next day. And I had a personal, private rehearsal with Mr. Ailey, Tally Beatty, in the theater of the Met. And he created some more stuff for me to do.
For sure.
Because he saw my ability. And
I know.
And he thought that he could just...
You a legend,
So
man.
he just started manipulating the choreography. And I remember he was like, can you try this? And I would try it and I'd do it. And then he'd look at Alvin and go, that's awfully kissy. He had a very... I think he's from New Orleans.
Yeah.
So he had a very southern drawl.
For sure.
And he was like, Alvin, that's awfully kissy, isn't it? And so he recreated the solo designed it for me.
For you. And
then after that, he put me in the Rude Boys of the Stack Up, his other ballet.
For sure.
So he started casting me for other things.
You just an amazing,
and I was the person
guy
that he did not choose.
I know.
So, but if you look at pictures, and I can pull up some on my phone, if you put a picture of me and Tally Beatty next to each other, we look very much alike.
For sure.
Our head shape, our hairline, our skin complexion, we look very similar. And I think, and somebody said to me in the Ailey organization, she said, I think you spoofed him.
Oh man.
And that's why he didn't want you in the room, because you reminded him of himself.
Oh man. That's something I actually want to get into a little bit later on in the interview. I'm gonna jump forward a little bit.
I know, because we really
yeah. And then, like I said, I want to try to keep track on time because I got to get you out of here like on time. But I want to talk about your choreographic process. So let's jump a little bit forward and can you walk us through your process on like what it is that you do to? As a matter of fact, let's go back and say let me ask like what sparked your desire to choreograph, and how did you transition into that space of being a choreographer?
I never ever thought I would be a choreographer or desired to be a
Wow, that's
choreographer.
interesting.
It just happened.
Yeah.
It happened because, like I said, I left the Ailey company and I moved to Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
I was starting a whole new career, commercial career.
Right.
I mean, I moved out to LA for a reason. I had gotten a TV pilot,
Oh, for sure.
and it didn't go.
It didn't go. Okay.
Typical Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
And I was supposed to be in LA for 6 months. I went out there and I loved it so much. I said, "Oh, at the end of the 6 months,
LA. I like
yeah, a little dose of LA." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I really like this lifestyle out here. The sun every morning,
yeah.
beaches,
Beaches
the beaches, the mountains, and,
Indeed,
looking at the
indeed.
hills,
Shopping.
and so shopping, the Beverly Hills Center." So after the 6 months, I was like, "I think I'm gonna stay another 6 months."
For sure.
I was like, "Let me just try another 6 months." I had gotten an agent, and I was like, "Let me just see if I can do this."
Hard. Yes.
I stayed 12 years.
For sure.
I stayed for 12 years, and I still had a New York apartment. I was
Mhm.
kind of bi-coastal those first 6 months.
Mhm.
So yeah, I was doing that, but I wasn't really working a lot
Mhm.
because I was new. I wasn't one on the A list.
Mhm.
I had an agent. The agent sends out the A list
Yeah.
first, and then I was on the B list.
But you moving and grooving.
But I was moving and grooving. I was
Okay.
sustaining myself.
Got you.
But I started to teach. I said, I need to make some more money. So I started to teach
Absolutely.
for Lula Washington.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Got you.
I started teaching.
It's one of the 5, isn't it?
Yes,
Lula?
she's
okay,
one of the
got
5.
you.
She's one of the 5 founders.
Yes, indeed.
And I started dancing for her so I could make a little money.
Uh-huh.
And I started teaching for her.
Nice.
And then she forced me to choreograph.
Forced you.
She did.
Wow.
Because I had never choreographed.
She
said, "Shout out to Lula."
Mhm.
I give her that. I give her those props every time.
Indeed.
Every time.
That's dope.
Because she's the one who really
Got you.
pushed me to
Got you going.
start choreographing. So it was a Christmas show at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. It was a big old Christmas show, and the company was performing. And she said, "I need you to do a gospel number for us."
Yes.
And I did a gospel number for them. I don't know how I did it. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But it came off. It popped off really well.
Yeah.
So I was still. That was like my first choreography.
Got you.
Choreography.
So in the midst of all your choreographic experience, one of the questions that I thought about, something that I hopefully would inspire other dancers as well. What's the biggest check you ever seen from from choreographing?
Ooh.
It ain't got to be exact. You can give me a ballpark number if that's better.
The very first.
Not the first, but the biggest.
Well, yeah, the biggest.
Yeah.
I
I want to inspire the young choreographers out there.
To be honest with you, the biggest check I ever received from the first time when I was choreographing
From the first
was
time.
was from a woman in Japan.
Wow.
Who
That's some other
who
stuff that I
asked
wanted
me
to
to
get into,
choreograph for her show,
too. Okay.
and she paid me $10,000.
You hear that, choreographers? 10 bands.
She paid me $10,000.
Indeed.
And I thought, wow, that's a lot of money,
Mhm.
to choreograph a piece. Because I was new. I was new in all this. We're talking about like the early '90s.
Got you. Can we touch on that for just a second though? Like, okay, if you could put yourself back in that mindset, what would have been good enough for you at that time? Like an amount of a check.
Oh, I don't know, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000.
$3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Okay, but
Yeah, because I wasn't an experienced choreographer.
I got you.
But she wanted to pay me. She used to take my class every day in Japan.
Okay.
That's what really started me to choreograph.
Okay.
Because I started teaching a whole lot more.
Got you.
So I started teaching it. I was teaching in LA, but this woman from Japan got whiff that I was teaching. I was a teacher, and she also knew that I was a former Ailey dancer. And she called me this March. It was like March, and I only remember that because it took 3 months to get a visa.
Got you.
And she called me on my phone because there was no cell phones at the time. On my phone in LA and said, I heard about you from another dancer, and I would love to invite you to come teach at Broadway Dance Center in Tokyo.
Super dope.
And I was like, wow, sure. And she offered me $1,000 a week to teach. And at that time, I wasn't making money like that.
Yeah.
You know, I was barely making I wasn't even making $600 in the Ailey company.
Nah, for sure.
My last Ailey paycheck, the last contract that I was offered and I turned down, and I still have it. I still have that contract. They were offering me $560.
Wow.
For a week.
Sheesh.
That's how much money I was making at the Ailey company.
So can we?
But
okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Yeah.
Please.
That was like the first. And then the next time was years later. I'm talking about years later.
Before you seen 5 figures for choreographing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like $20,000.
Okay.
And that
was still.
It was good. It was it was the first
to choreograph one piece.
One piece.
That's. I mean, you hear
but
that?
It was a long piece. It was like 22 minutes long.
That's all good. Look, young
and it was on a major dance company.
Yeah. It was on who now?
It was a major dance company.
Oh, major dance company. Okay.
And yeah, and then I started working for all the black dance companies.
Got you.
And they paid me
what they
could.
What they could.
We won't go there.
No, we're not gonna go there. Not today. But again.
But let me tell you, one of my most famous ballets, Enemy Behind the Gates.
That's what I was just about to ask you about.
One of my most famous ballets, Enemy Behind the Gates. That ballet, I did that one section at the Norwegian Ballet School.
Got you.
For a graduating class at the Norwegian Ballet School.
Dope.
And it was the last section of Enemy Behind the Gates that still exists. I did it for Danko on Danko.
Okay.
I was teaching at Danko this summer. It was just the summer of 2001. It was just before 9/11.
Oh wow.
Okay. And I taught 2 weeks that particular summer. I don't know why she asked me to teach 2 weeks that summer.
Yeah.
But I had 2 weeks, and I choreographed. I did that one section because one of the dancers, Ahmad Lemons, I will always give him his props. He asked me to choreograph for Danko and Danko.
Nice.
And I said, oh, okay, I'm gonna do this one section that I just did in Norway.
Yeah.
And I made the piece that summer. I take the last 30 minutes of my class, and I would teach them the choreography for this particular piece for 2 weeks.
Okay.
It didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
So I was rehearsing with them, some of the dances in the afternoon before I taught in the evenings. And I put this piece together.
Yeah.
And then I went away. And then they did Danko on Danko the weekend before 9/11. 9/11 was on a Tuesday.
Got you.
They did Enemy Behind the Gates the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
I came to the last show on that Sunday, that matinee, to see the show. And the audience went crazy.
Nice.
And I was like, wow. And I went backstage, and Joan Myers-Brown, who I had been working for since 1995. I was teaching at their summer program since 1995. This is 2001 now.
I got you.
7 years later.
Yeah.
She had never asked me to choreograph. Never. Nobody had ever asked me. Like, a lot of them didn't know I choreographed.
Yeah.
And she said, this is the response I've been getting all weekend from this piece. She said, I guess I have to buy it. And I said, sure. So this is like my first introduction to like...
Negotiating?
Well... choreographing for the Black Dance Company.
Oh, I see. Okay. Got you.
She said, "Can you add another section to it? Because it was short. It was only like 6 minutes and 40 seconds. That last section." And I said, "Sure." And she said, "Can you add another section to it, and then we can premiere it in January at the Kimmel Center?" So I added another section. First of all, I didn't know what I was going to add.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I got to find some music that's kind of compatible to this one.
Yeah.
So I went back to original composer, Steve Reich.
Okay.
And I went through all his music, and I was like, oh, this is good. This works. And I put this in front of the last section. They premiered the 2 sections, everybody was coming out screaming, talking about it's too short. It's too short.
Okay.
They were saying it's too short. It's too short. It's too short. And then after that season at the Kimmel, she said, "Can you add another section?" This is 2002.
Got you.
January 2002.
Gotcha.
She said, "Can you add another section?" And I went, "Oh my God." I was like, Jesus. I was like, "Okay, I'll try to make it longer."
Yeah.
And so I went back to that same CD that I got the second section from.
Uh-huh.
And I never listened to the music before the second section. I had never listened to that music. And so I went back and I listened to it and I was like, wow, this is a perfect segue.
Yeah.
Because the first two, the second and the last section were really kind of up-tempo, high caliber. So I said I needed something softer.
Got you.
And I found the opening section to Enemy Behind the Gates. So between January and June, I created the opening section. So then I had 3 sections. And I built the ballet from the back up.
Yeah.
I did the last section,
yeah.
then I did the second section, and then I did the first section last.
Would you say that Enemy Behind the Gates is like maybe your one of your favorite works that you've done?
I wouldn't say that, but it's one of my most well-known.
Most well-known. What's one of your favorite works that you've done, and why?
Well, one of my... The List, which is about the Holocaust.
The List. Okay, yes, I was looking at that.
The List, which is actually, I think, got me the Guggenheim
Award.
The Guggenheim Fellowship.
Do awards like...
In 2021.
Do awards push you in any way? Like when you get awards like that? I didn't think so.
Because I had won the Alvin Ailey Award for Enemy Behind the Gates from Chicago.
Yeah. Does it push you?
And then I won another award, like for Pyrokinesis, the same award.
I guess I was asking in a sense, like, does it push you to be like more like more in your choreographic bag, like getting awards like that for choreographing pieces?
No, I didn't. I don't think so.
Okay,
I don't think so.
Yeah. Just.
I mean, it's always encouraging.
Yeah.
It was great. It's great. I was like, wow, I got this award. Like,
I'm just interested because you have a long resume, like when it comes to choreographing. Like I said, when I first heard your name, it was because of like the pieces that you were doing. Can we just
let me just...
Oh, please, yeah.
Anointed,
one of your
the ballet works? That Judith Jamison asked me to choreograph for the Ailey Company.
Okay, and why?
I'm not saying that's my favorite.
Yeah,
but that was like the pinnacle part of moment
of your choreography,
of my choreographic career.
Okay. Because
I went back and I choreographed on the company that started my career.
For sure.
So that was very special.
Indeed. Yeah.
That was very special.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, like we did touch on a lot, and like I said, thank you again for just showing up and being open with me.
Oh my God, there's so much more.
Yeah,
there's so much more.
Man, Mr. Huggins, I got so many.
We didn't even touch.
We didn't. But just the fact that we are able to sit down and have this conversation, and people will be able to listen to you and hear these stories
and just get a peek.
You know what I'm saying? And see that you're a person. Like you can talk to him.
I'm just a human like everybody else.
I'm telling you, but you're a super. But this is what I want.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Because everybody thinks I'm untouchable. I'm not untouchable.
Look, part of my soul. This is the reason why I want to big you up, because here, like, I want dancers to feel okay. Like, I understand being humble, and I understand, like, being grateful for all the opportunities. Mm-hmm. But Mr. Huggins, like, you are one of them. Look.
I should say that's my daddy's name. I should say, don't call me Mr. Huggins.
Look. Let me big you up real quick. Like, you are really one of them ones. Like, I can't stress it enough. Like, how many generations you've inspired throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people older than me and there's people younger than me who still keep Christopher Huggins' name relevant, and that is something. I appreciate that. That is something huge in this business, and that's what I want to. That's what I want to.
When people speak your name.
Yeah, man, that's what I want to push forward, and like I want that for all dancers, of course, but like especially for the ones that are it's like giving you your flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want.
While I'm alive.
Exactly. That's what I want this platform to be. Not just for, and not
alive.
just for black dancers either. You know, I want it to be for the whole community, like musical theater, acting. Like at some point, I would love to touch on different art.
Yeah, because I mean, I have students all over the world.
I know. Okay, so look,
I teach in 10 different countries.
I already know. Look. So, look,
So
I was about to. I don't want to get off track. I don't want to get off track.
Yeah.
So I was just about to say. So you choreographed all over the world. How do dancers abroad interpret your work differently than U.S. dancers?
I'm gonna touch on South Africa.
Please do. How we doing on time? Okay.
Because I didn't know much about South Africa.
Okay.
At the time, and this is in 2010.
Okay.
And I was on Facebook, and I had just gotten on Facebook. I didn't know anything about Facebook.
For sure.
And the only reason why I knew about Facebook was I was teaching at the Ailey School, and I was going off on something, and one of the students up. That's why you're Christopher Huggins, and that's why you have a fan page on Facebook. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I have a fan page on Facebook. I didn't know anything about this.
Yeah.
I have a fan page on Facebook. I do. And I was like, can somebody show me? And I had a fan page on Facebook, and I was like, wow. I was like, who did this?
Yeah.
Somebody else did that because I didn't do it because I didn't know anything about Facebook.
You that deal, man. I'm telling you. You that
so, no. But I was on Facebook one day, and I was in some chat. I made a comment, and somebody made a comment right after my comment, and it was Debbie Claire Turner.
Okay.
This incredible.
I was about to say,
incredible,
I'm not familiar with the name.
Yeah, she was the director of Cape Dance Company at the time.
Okay.
But since then, she has gone on to be the director of Cape Town City Ballet, and now she's the director of her own company, Cape Africa. Nice. Anyways, she popped onto my this thread that I was on and said, "Mr. Christopher, would you like to come to South Africa?" Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at this, going, "Who the hell is that?" Like, I was, and I just remember answering.
Somebody trying to scam
I remember, right? No, I remember answering. I said, "Hell yeah!" I was like, "Who are you?" Hell yes,
yes.
Because it was always one of my dreams to go to South Africa.
Mine's too. To this
because
day,
I had
never
friends
been to
in
the
South
motherland.
Africa. Yeah, you know. I always wanted to. I was always curious about South Africa.
Same. That's why I want to go. Yeah, curious, very curious.
Of course, I knew all about the apartheid and the oppression of South Africa, and this is well after.
Yeah.
But I was like, yes. So, I'm getting ready to premiere my ballet, Anointed, at the Sadler's Wells in London.
Okay.
On September 15th, 2010. I remember this only because September 15th is my brother's birthday. He's deceased, but it was my brother's birthday. I'm premiering my first ballet on the Ailey Company. Yeah. This woman was in the audience from South Africa. Nice. I'm standing in the theater. The lights are about to go out. She walks up to me. She goes, "Christopher, I'm Debbie." With this South African accent. I went, I was like, oh my God. And she was there for my world premiere with the Ailey Company in London. She flew up.
Super dope.
And
sought after. I'm glad I put that in my intro for you.
I went to South Africa. That was September. I went to South Africa in December. Nice. To choreograph to remount Enemy Behind the Gates.
In South Africa.
In South Africa on the Cape Dance Company. Nice. They had just seen it in the park, Central Park. Her and her dancers were in the park, and they saw Philadanko do Enemy Behind the Gates.
I see.
And her dancers begged her to get that ballet.
Dope. The dancers.
Her dancers.
For sure.
And she was blown away too. She wanted it as well.
Indeed.
And
see how much just when dancers advocate for themselves, like, wow, that's nothing. I'm just thinking in today's.
And people always ask me how did you get to teach in Switzerland, Norway, all these different places, and I was like, I was just in the right place at the right time. I really was.
Indeed.
I was really in the right place at the right time.
And then, like I was saying, like like I was asking, do dancers interpret your movement different? Like,
that was
my
original.
bad.
That was the original question.
Mm-hmm.
So I when I went down to South Africa, I'm thinking, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect.
Probably they couldn't dance or something like that.
Yeah, well, I didn't know what that.
No disrespect.
No disrespect whatsoever.
No disrespect
I was just ignorant. I didn't know.
Same.
I didn't know what
that would be my initial thought before I started looking at companies.
Blown away.
Yeah.
By these South African dancers.
Man, what? They pop up on my timeline all the time.
They wore that piece out.
Wow.
They were incredible.
Yeah, I could only imagine.
I did 7 other ballets after that. I went back 7 other times, and I remounted 7.
That must have really inspired you to continue that choreographic journey.
Yes.
Seeing them dancers. Wow.
They were incredible. Wow. And it was so inspiring to me because I was working with this company that had all these black African male dancers that were just hungry.
Yeah.
And we had a connection.
For sure.
And I still have a connection to most of them.
That's
I still talk
dope.
to most of them, and they always tell me how much I inspired them. And thank you for coming to South Africa. And they've all branched off, and they're all doing their own. And Tutu Zele, November, he's like this major choreographer right now.
Do you feel like U.S. Students or dancers kind of lack that hunger?
The drive is different. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're way down under.
Yeah.
In South Africa.
Yeah.
Where do they get their inspiration from?
Yeah. I think.
Who gives them their inspiration? They really have to fight and inspire themselves. Yeah. A lot of things do not go down to South Africa. Yeah. A lot of companies. I mean, the Ailey company's been there, but there are a lot of companies that don't go to South Africa. They don't get to see a lot. Mm-hmm. So they come out of the country and go to London or some other place to see dance. But a lot of things do not go down to South Africa.
I see.
So when I saw that these dancers were so incredible, technically, emotionally, how advanced they were, it was just.
I could only imagine.
It left me speechless, and it made me want to go back again and again and again and again.
I bet. Mr. Huggins. Oh my gosh! Like we. I know
this song. I know. I saw your questions.
It's okay.
And we hadn't touched on a lot of them.
Yeah. It's. I promise you, it's A-okay.
We're gonna have to do part 2.
Exactly, because I feel like again, like the moving mic. What I'm doing here is still growing. It's something that I'm still trying to. I'm still discovering. I'm still learning. I'm still inquiring. I'm still figuring things out. I'm very much new. I say it on almost all my episodes. I'm very much new to this podcast space.
But you're good at it.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
You're really good at it.
And that means a lot coming from you. That really means a lot. For it. Thank you.
I mean, I only did. To be honest with you, I only did it because when you asked me to do it, I was first. My first answer was like flat out no.
Look.
I don't want to do that. No. I don't want to do nobody's podcast.
Look, that was my first thought too. My first thought too was like,
I'm not doing no
podcast.
Want to do it.
I was shooting. Like, look, Dance Family.
And then I
for the stars when I asked this man to be on my podcast. I really was like.
But then I watched some of your interviews and I was like, damn, he's good.
Thank you.
I was like, he's good. And I was like.
You couldn't say no.
I couldn't say.
Well, you could have.
I could have.
Yeah,
I could have. You definitely flat out said no.
Yeah.
But because of that first time when I first met you at Cleo's, when you were making your transition to getting back into concert dance, and we had that moment, and I was like, and I really took to you. I was checking on you.
Thank you.
I kept checking. I kept calling Cleo. I was like, "How's DJ doing? What's going on? Is he good? How is he?" I would check on you. You didn't know this, but I did. You didn't.
I did it.
But I would check in every few months and just say, "How's DJ? Is he still there?"
Mr. Huggins.
And when she would tell me you're still there, I was like, "Yes, yeah, come on, DJ, you can do this."
Yes.
And so when you asked me to do this, and I saw that you were doing this, and I was like, I got to do this for him.
But thank you.
I'm really only doing it for you.
No. Look,
because I do not like doing interviews.
And you told me, and look, he did say that before the interview. He said he did not like doing interviews.
I don't like talking about myself. I don't really like talking.
I
about
do
myself.
understand that, because if anybody who know me, anybody who for real know me, I'm very much the opposite of what I'm kind of doing right now. Like I'm very kind of to myself. I don't like to talk about myself a lot either. I'm very, I kind of shy away from compliments and a lot of like
me
people
too.
bigging me up
Me
and stuff.
too. And
I do.
I kind of lock them down all the time.
Yeah,
Like, they're like, don't say that, don't do that, don't do that. And I'm like,
but
yeah.
again,
I'm like, it's hard for me to.
But again, just not to take up too much time, but this platform, what I'm doing now, is something that I thought about when I wasn't dancing, when I was really in that dark place, when I was really trying to segue my way back into dancing and into concert, into structure. You know what I'm saying?
You need to be on the radio.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Maybe.
You need to be doing broadcasting or something.
You know what
like
I really want to do? I really want to create a media space for dancers.
I think you would be definitely successful.
Thank you.
That's something you need to keep honing.
I'm
honing that crap.
Thank you.
Those skills.
I definitely
because when you're done with dance, this is something you could definitely do.
Thank you. This is like I said, and that means so much coming from you. Like this is a space that I want to cultivate for dancers. I want dancers to, like I say in my introduction, I want dancers to feel heard, empowered, and inspired. I want people out like. I was just telling some dancers the other day that you know that the Trump hat where it say "Make America Great Again." No. We not some. Look. I'm not getting political or nothing.
All know that.
Yeah. But what I was just saying though is I want to get a hat that say "Make concert dance cool again." Or or just like make dance cool again. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what I'm in the business of trying to carve out. Is like how do we make dance mainstream?
I know,
like,
we didn't even touch on dancers today.
Yeah.
And how dance has changed.
Yes. Like I said,
how
part two. Are you going to be at IBD?
I'm old school. I'm now considered old school.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
But I was watching you in class the other day with like when you was the music yesterday, like when the music you was listening to, the music we was dancing to, the moves you was pulling out, like nah, Mr. Huggins is definitely up with the times and Mr. Huggins is definitely hip. Mr. Huggins definitely know what's going on today. don't sleep on this fooled. Man. I'm telling you, don't be fooled at all. He is very up on what's going on today, right now.
That's the only way you stay relevant.
For sure. And you have done an amazing job at that. And like I said, it means so much coming from you.
It's hard.
To stay relevant.
Well, it's hard to stay, in people's interests, you know?
Yeah.
This is I started my 49th year in dance.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
49 years. You are legendary status. People to still call me and ask me to teach and
you are in the
ask me to choreograph, and it's I don't do it as the calls are not as frequent as they used to be.
Yeah.
Which is understandable, you know. Yeah. I mean, I have no qualms with that. I just want to work enough so I can support myself.
For sure.
But and be able to to still do it.
Indeed.
But I get it. You know, there are 3 generations behind me.
Yeah.
The 30-year-olds, the 40-year-olds, and the 50-year-olds. They're all behind me.
Yeah.
And it's time.
We gotta push it forward.
You gotta step aside and let them have their space and have their room. True. It's their turn.
But we still need you. We still need.
I think so.
We still need that.
I think we
still need that
because everybody can't do that what's new today.
Yeah.
What it was then is today.
Yeah.
Everybody can't do that.
Yeah.
And everybody doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
There are people that still want to do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be a smaller group, might be a smaller nucleus of people.
Got you.
But
one thing I want to touch on,
be there for them,
because we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here pretty soon. I don't want to have no problems. They're
gonna charge you overtime.
Yeah, I know, right? Man, look. I'm trying to get some sponsors, man. Help me out, man. I'm trying to get some. I'm really trying to help. I'm really trying to get some sponsors. Like I said, I really want to take this thing all the way. Like this is not a hobby.
You shouldn't have a problem doing that.
You think so? It's
no.
And then I'm doing it.
You just need to be exposed.
Yeah. And this, like I said, this is why I appreciate you, names and people like you coming on here, because I feel like this is what's also going to help me get the exposure as well. And again, like
give me one little clip that I don't look crazy in.
I got you. I'm like,
I'll post it and I'll keep reposting.
Say no more,
so everybody will see.
My man Charlie, who's actually the owner of the shout out Charlie, who's actually the owner of the studio that we currently in. He does a great job here, and he does a great job. He has an editing team, and he
Good.
does a great job clipping things for
Good.
for social media. So I got you. I told you, like, my interest is making people who come sit down with me, making them look like superstars, and like not just making them look like superstars, but like be really bigging them up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you a legend in the game, and your name needs to it's amazing because your name is within the same breath as the Alvin Aileys, as the Tally Beatties, as I can't really roll off no names at the top of my head, but like you are in the same breath with those
the Donald McHales,
the Donald McHales. Thank you,
the Billy Wilsons, the Tally Beatties.
Indeed.
And I don't put myself on that pedestal.
But the generations that look at you,
and they're because they're generations. They're older than me, but
you definitely are.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple things. I didn't get to do my bar exam with you. Look, he got just because I
thinks I can't spell.
Yeah, time is limited, and I know Mr. Huggins got to get out of here. He gonna work as the deaf when we get back to rehearsal, so I gotta let.
That's not true.
I gotta. I'll just.
I was pleasantly pleased. I didn't have to do much of anything.
Yeah. I'm so glad because everybody was acting nervous.
I didn't have. I know. I was like, wow.
I was like, what is everybody doing?
You know, that's the thing about the work. I looked at it and I was like, you know, this is kind of timeless.
Yeah.
The piece is 21 years old, but it's timeless. It could be done today still and still look like it's not dated.
And it Bolero. It's a
Bolero.
Bolero. It's a very, very nice piece. I love it. Last thing, a couple things I want to do before we get out of here. Real quick, this was another question that I had on my mind when I was coming up with my whole prompt. Do you feel like there's any gatekeeping in the dance world? This is something big for me because...
What do you mean by gatekeeping?
Okay, so what I mean by gatekeeping is... what do I mean? So...
I mean, somebody trying to control...
But more, not just somebody, but somebody's like you. Like, somebody's who have a name, who... have status within the business, who have some pull, maybe, for lack of better words. Do you feel, who are older, who come from those generations, like way back when, do you feel like those people or those kinds of artists or dancers or artistic directors or choreographers or whatever, do you feel like those people kind of hold this new generation back a little bit? Do you feel like that still exists? Let me start there. Do you feel like any of that exists? Think of somebody of your caliber. Do you feel like there's people like that who kind of hold dancers back?
I'm just going to say this.
Yeah.
I've seen artistic directors, how do I say this without offending anybody?
Yeah.
Though I don't really care about offending
Nah,
anybody.
I feel look, Mr. Huggins, but you are
real
within right. You are
well,
but at the same time, we do want to be professional.
I have seen artistic directors talk amongst themselves and try to pull people down, like dancers, like because a dancer might have made a mistake. They might have gotten out of line, but you don't try to end their careers just because they made that one mistake.
Yeah, got you.
They're young.
So you still feel like there's a little bit of that going on?
Oh, I feel like there's a little bit. A little bit.
And so
well, I'm gonna call so and so, and you ain't going there because you're not gonna get a job there because I'm gonna call so and so.
Right. Exactly.
That kind of thing.
Exactly what I
mean.
mean.
That happens.
Yeah. So,
I've seen it. I've had to squash it.
Man.
I've had to tell certain directors you can't do that.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You know, everybody makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Just because they didn't work for you does not mean they weren't work well for them.
I feel that.
So,
how do we change that? You know what I'm saying? How do we make it inclusive for, or is that just
their own? They have to change their mentality.
Yeah, I feel like some people need to move over.
That part.
Thank you.
Some people stay in these positions. They stay too long.
Yeah. Some people need to move over. Like,
too long.
Like it may not be what it has been. You know, and I'm a young dancer. I'm 31 years old. I just turned 31. So like, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not speaking as if I just know everything about what goes on. But I think I do a fairly good job of just kind of looking at the dance world from the outside from the outside looking in sometimes. And what I see sometimes within the dance community, like whether it be on the internet or if I like just previous years in the past, like going to auditions and knowing certain people, having conversations, that there's a lot of people in this business who have been in the business for a long time. And like I said, for lack of better words, just like will not move over for this generation to push forward.
Exactly.
And again, like, I don't have any answers, but like, it's good to have somebody again who has seen these generations and can attest to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not young dancers just like coming up with this stuff out the blue. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a legend in the game, and you have seen this. You've had to speak up on it. Like,
oh yeah.
And so like, again, like we having a fun interview, and like we're talking about a whole bunch of different things, but like as we push the culture forward, like I was telling you beforehand, like this is really gonna like, you know, it's really gonna get in tune with the culture. Like I really want to push these conversations, you know, like I feel like these are conversations that us dancers, like especially who are active, are scared to maybe not scared, but have been programmed not to speak up about and talk about, you know what I'm saying? And
they don't want to blackball themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
They're just afraid to.
And see, I guess I'm just not afraid of that. Like, I'm not afraid to, like I said, I'm not
afraid of anything anymore. When you've
been
doing it as long as I've been, I'm not afraid of anything. Whatever's coming out of my mouth, you just better.
I understand that.
Roll with it.
And see, like you think about, and I think about on just a basic human man level. Like, I'm gonna be respectful, of course. Like, and like I said before the cameras got rolling. Like, dancing.
I'm very respectful until you disrespect me.
For sure. That part. And like,
I am the most respectful person.
Yeah.
Until you disrespect me.
Indeed.
You disrespect me. Good luck.
Yeah. And we're gonna stamp it right there. We're gonna stamp it right there.
I'm a Virgo, and I will stand my ground.
For sure.
Good luck.
And I feel the exact same way. Again, like this art form has provided a very solid foundation for my life. I tell people all the time, it's been a thing that kind of navigated me throughout my tough times, throughout my life period. And so I would never, for lack of better words, shit on this this art form. But there are certain conversations that I feel like need to be had, especially because of the direction that dance is going in now. Like, I just feel like certain conversations need to be pushed to the forefront, and I feel like dancers need to be the ones to advocate for these conversations to be pushed, you know? Because I feel like...
And you're the perfect person to make it happen.
Thank you. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Like I said, like, we just want to keep... So, we about to probably run over time, but again, hopefully we can get a part 2. Are you going to be at IBD? Side note. Are you going to be at IBD? Maybe. Maybe not?
Maybe.
Okay. Okay. So,
that's okay.
But the reason why I asked you if you were coming to IBD is because I'm hoping, or I'm in hopes of like trying to take my platform there.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know, we're only there for a couple of days because we're gonna be touring and performing and whatnot. But I'm trying, like, again, this is only the beginning, and I'm trying to bring it to a space where I can move and groove, and I can talk to different people like you, and I can have these conversations. I can probably talk to the 5 or some dancers within their companies or something like that. Like I said, I'm trying to build a community. and really champion these dancers.
You really should get into the heads of these dancers and these companies.
Yeah.
Of these 5 companies.
Okay.
Because they're all different.
Yeah.
Every company is different.
Yeah.
I mean, Cleo's company is just like everything is love, love, love. Everything's so loving.
Yeah.
And it's not like that in all the other companies.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, everybody doesn't walk up to the director and give her a hug when she walks into the door.
Shout out Cleo, man.
Shout out to Cleo. But that's the kind of environment that Cleo has cultivated.
She definitely has.
And so
and I can admit that's something I wasn't even used to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wasn't even used to
it's
that.
It's respectful.
Yeah.
And but she cultivated that.
Absolutely.
And that's what she wants. And that's the kind of energy she needs.
Yeah.
And that's how she thrives.
Yeah.
And that's what you should do.
She definitely does.
Shout out to Cleo for that. And
sure.
you guys you know, you fall right in line and you do it. And it makes you feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
And it's
Absolutely.
nice. It's nice to be able to walk up to your artistic director and give her a hug and say, "How you doing today?"
Yeah. Yeah. See her as much
And
as
she
we
wants
do.
to know
Yeah.
how you're doing.
Yeah.
It's just as important for her to know how you're doing.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
sure.
it's a sweet thing.
So okay, so last thing I want to leave you with, Mr. Huggins, the last thing
It's
I
how to
promise.
spell jete.
No. We're gonna actually skip over that one. We're gonna skip over that. But what I do want to something that I've kind of incorporated in all my episodes is very popular amongst a lot of podcasts. Is asking them what is their Mount Rushmore of dancers. People who have inspired you, people who led you to keep going, like anybody amongst the dance community. What would your Mount Rushmore be?
Look like?
Mm-hmm.
You mean dancers or artistic
directors
or
anybody within the dance community? How about that? So artistic peers, teachers, dancers, doesn't even matter. Anybody within the dance community.
Oh wow.
Past, present.
You should have. I had to think about that.
I know, right? But you only get 4. Miss Chaley was on my last episode, and she gave me
4.
about 10 of them.
4.
Yeah, you only get 4. Mount Rushmore was only 4 people. 4 presidents.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Who are they?
Now
Washington, Lincoln.
Washington, Lincoln.
Jefferson? No.
Look, don't make us look crazy.
Well, okay. we can always cut this section out.
Yeah, we can cut it out. But you're Mount Rushmore of dancers.
Oh my God. You keep saying dancers.
I'm sorry.
I'm thinking of dancers.
My bad. Let's go back to just your Mount Rushmore of the dance world.
Of the dance world.
Mm-hmm. Make it broad.
Well, Alvin Ailey's right there.
Absolutely. I figured you'd say him for sure.
Absolutely. Alvin Ailey would be number 1. Jeez, it's kind of hard because you don't want to say somebody and then piss off the other ones. Like I'm leaving the 5 out.
Yeah.
I'm leaving all the 5 out. I'm leaving them out. Well, I'm gonna give props to Lula.
Lula, okay.
I'm gonna put Lula on my Mount
Yeah,
Rushmore
you said
because she was the one who
kicked off the
career, who kicked off my choreographic career.
Okay,
so she deserves to be on there.
Absolutely,
she absolutely does.
We got Alvin Ailey, we got Lula, we got 2 more.
Yeah. Oh Lord, I'm gonna put a dancer up there.
Okay.
Daniel Harder.
For sure.
My little protege.
Okay.
He's everything.
For sure.
He's just.
Shout out Daniel.
Daniel Harder. Oh my God.
Yeah, one more.
This is ridiculous. It has to be at least 10. Oh my God.
One more.
My Mount Rushmore.
Matter of fact, I'll give you one more. I'll give you an
world.
honorable mention. How about that? Because you Christopher Huggins.
Oh, because I'm Christopher Huggins.
Yes. I'll give you one more and an honorable mention.
See, when you need those names, you can't think of one of them, right? Oh my God, you're gonna get me in trouble. How many do I have already?
You got
3. I have 3.
You got Lula,
and then Daniel Harder.
Harden or Harder? Harder.
Harder.
Got you.
Daniel Stephen Harder. I feel like I should put one more dancer up there. Why you ask me this question?
Dance family, like, comment, subscribe.
Right. I mean, because there's just so many.
I know.
There's just so many.
I know.
And it's just, and then you say somebody's name and they'll go like, "Well, you didn't think of me."
They'll be all right.
Right. Oh my God. Who am I gonna put up there? I'm gonna say Kevin Iegajeff.
Okay.
he really transformed how I looked at movement
Okay.
and how I interpret movement.
For sure.
So he's definitely up there. He's definitely
Got you.
somebody who's influential
Got you.
in my career.
Did you want to throw an honorable mention in there?
An honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
Oh my goodness! Why are you doing this?
One more. You only get one more for sure. Honorable mention.
Somebody who's very special to me, Tyrone Walker.
Tyrone Walker. Okay. For sure.
Tyrone Walker.
Got you. Mr. Huggins.
I really love him as a dancer.
Yeah.
As a friend, somebody who's always been there.
For sure.
Even though he's been a pain in my ass sometimes.
Tyrone Walker.
Tyrone Walker, but he's still someone who's very special to me, who I know would be right there if I ever fallen and I need someone to help me get up.
Oh, we need at least somebody.
He'd be there. I think he'd be right there.
For sure. Shout out Tyrone. Mr. Huggins, we got to wrap it up. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, sincerely and truly, for taking time out of your day to do this interview with me. Again, this is very inspiring, and I don't want it to just inspire me. I want it to inspire the whole dance community.
Right.
And like I said, it really doesn't even matter. We had a nice flow, and it really doesn't even matter that we didn't like touch on everything. But
right.
Again, like your stories, your experience, your knowledge is good enough for me. is more than good enough.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely, and I couldn't be more appreciative for you being on this platform with me and speaking candidly and being open. Like I said, this is what the movement mic is about. I want to big up dancers, and I want to push the conversations forward with respect to the people who have come before me. Like Miss Leo always talks about, like, we're standing on the shoulders. I feel like
Absolutely.
we are part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
we are like it just keeps going. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to keep it going in this way. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, when dance is all said and done, when I don't want to, like, I won't say not when I can't, but like when I don't want to physically, like,
right, when my body says enough
is enough, I still want to be doing this in some sort of fashion and really pushing the conversations and being an advocate for the community. So again, I just want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart for being on my platform.
My pleasure, and thank you thank you for asking me.
Absolutely. Thank you. Dance family, that is all we have for today. Please stay locked in with us. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, at The Movement Mic. The conversation doesn't stop there. We got to keep pushing the conversation forward and keep fighting for the change that we want to see. Always remember, this is your mic, your movement. Peace.
Peace.